Hey, welcome to 5 Ways to Step into Next Level You. The universe is constantly expanding, and so can we. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Love Ava Max, but I think I had it a little too loud. Anyway, we are going to make these last 2 months the best 2 months. So I'm going to give people a few months to hop on. Hey, Diana. Hey, McKenna. Nice to see some familiar faces here. So I'm going to give people a few minutes to hop on. I'm going to grab a drink. Definitely grab some to take notes because I am going to give you some major takeaways tonight. So you want to be sure to write this down. Hey, Lisa. Always great to have you here. I'm super excited to be here. I am double-fisted tonight because I get a little thirsty on these. So I've got my mineral water because I'm always drinking mineral waters. And hey, Megan, awesome to have you here. And a little rosé because, I'm always celebrating things. Tonight, I am celebrating that we are all stepping into our next level. And this is super, super exciting. Hey, Trisha, awesome to have you here. So tonight, I am giving you action steps. Oh my gosh, hey Becky. Becky and I were just roller skating together today and we had a ball. So tonight we are going over 5 ways to get into next level you. And while I'm waiting for people to hop on, and we already have a great crowd, this is awesome. I'll just introduce myself. If you happen to be new here and you happen to just stumble onto this somehow, I'm Elizabeth. I am a 54-year-old double certified health coach. I am here to show you what's possible. Little backstory if you don't know me. I'm divorced after a 25 plus year, very unhealthy relationship. No blame, no regrets. Everything happens for a reason. And I know that I wouldn't be here and be doing the things I was doing in my life if I hadn't gone through some of the stuff I've been through. So I literally started recreating at the age of 49, started recreating my life very intentionally. I'm just going to turn the music off now. It was fun. Love Ava Max. She is totally my spirit animal. But I want to focus now. Oops. Not your Barbie girl. Hold on. Just got to stop this. It's another good one. Anyway, at the age of 49, I started recreating my life very intentionally, which is kind of it's really part of what I'll be talking about to you guys today. So I'm going to walk you through some of the same steps that I used. So instead of just blindly, I guess really for the first time in my life, my dog is about to knock my ring light over. I'm not kidding you. Hold on. So instead of just blindly doing what everyone else was doing or what I was told I should be doing, I started creating the life that I desired. So I'm here to show you that whatever crazy shit you've been through, because we have all been through something. It doesn't need to be divorce. Hey, Danielle. Oh my gosh, awesome to have you here. No matter what you've been through, you can come back better than ever. It is not about just getting your life back. It is about coming back turned on, lit the fuck up, and head over heels in love with your life, because that's what you deserve. Why shouldn't it be amazing? So I want to dive right in because I like to keep these manageable, that even if you miss the beginning, you can tune back in and watch the replay. I don't like to go too long. So again, tonight, 5 ways to step into next level you. We're going to start with the first step. Figure out who she is. Again, you're going to write these down. Figure out who she is. Just this exercise alone can change your life. About 6 or 7 years ago, I went through this. I heard on a podcast, somebody was talking about just, figure out who you want to be. Like, what would be your ideal day? And I thought, oh my gosh, I have no idea. So I started doing that with some daydreaming and some visualization. And then I started learning about journaling and writing it down. And I'm not kidding you, I am that girl that I visualized, that I pictured 6 or 7 years ago. That is my life. I am living my ideal life. Now, not everything is exactly what I pictured, and I'll get to that in a little bit because I realize now why some of it isn't. Some of the stuff I thought I wanted, I'm not quite ready for it, and that's okay. That's okay. So many times we go through life following a path or doing what others expect of us. And we might have goals. We might say, hey, I want to get that promotion. Oh, I want to lose 10 pounds, whatever. But we're not really looking at stepping into who we want to be and how is that going to feel. And let me tell you, how it's going to feel is a big part. That's really important. So what I recommend doing, you can do this through visualization, journaling. I really do both. I think the more the merrier, like bring it all on. But like my sister and I talk about this stuff, like she doesn't journal. I'm a big journaler. Like you do what works for you. A great way to start is just think about what would your ideal day be like if there were no limits. No, like don't worry about the how is this happening? Like go that, like what would your ideal day look like? How would it feel? Start to finish, like engage all of your senses. Like what time are you waking up? Who are you waking up with? Are you waking up alone? Like, hey Jen, yay, Jen's on. Jen, we are like already gung-ho and there's some good people on this. So picturing, imagining that ideal day. Where are you? What time are you waking up? As I said, like who are you with? Like what do the sheets feel like? I mean, every single detail. Start to finish, engage your senses. You could, and again, you can do this in your head. You could write this out as a future journal entry, which is a great thing to do. And I've done it that way many times. Oh, Jen, you couldn't find it. That's so weird. Well, it will, this stuff, it'll be in the replay. Like what does the future you, what is she wearing? How does she interact with other people? Like how does she walk into the room? How does she feel? What is she doing? Is she going to work? Does she work for herself? Is she laying on the beach somewhere? Like really, what is your ideal day? And I mean, I'm not talking about an ideal day on vacation, unless maybe you're just traveling the world. I'm just talking about like your everyday day. What is it like? How does it feel? What are you doing? Where are you? Who are you with? All those details. So as I mentioned, I did this. I started doing this about 6 or 7 years ago, and I am that girl. My days are the ideal days that I visualized. Are they perfect? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There are a couple things that have worked out differently that aren't what I pictured, that aren't what, and I realize now it's all for a reason. There's so two things. At the time that I first started doing this, I was still married. I did not think that I would be living where I'm living all these years later. But there's a story behind that. When I first moved into this empty townhouse, I literally referred to it as my shitty ass townhouse. I was very unhappy here and I wanted to get out as soon as possible. I looked at it as a very transitional space. I now love this little house. So that was a lesson in itself. The same place that I hated being and complained about and was miserable in, I now love. Is it my forever home? Absolutely not. But so that has been a lesson in itself, is turning this space that I detested and made me unhappy every single day because I let it, into a space that I love, that's continually growing and evolving and is this amazing expression of me. So that was a lesson. Also, I would have thought as, hey Donna, I would have thought that I was expecting as I was visualizing things down the road that I'd be in some kind of a committed relationship at this point. And I'm not, but I realize there's a reason for that also. That, you attract what you're ready for. I'm not quite ready to be there. I am extremely grateful for all of the experiences that I've had along the way. So the important thing is, as I'm telling you, step one, figure out who she is. When you're stepping into next level, you figure out who she is. I did this 6 or 7 years ago. I've stepped into that girl and now I'm moving past that because again, the universe is expanding and so are we. But the important thing is I feel the way I wanted to feel. This feels the way I envisioned feeling. And now that is expanding. It's even bigger. So think about that. How does it feel to be her? So that is your first step. Figure out who she is. You can't become your next level you if you don't even know who she is, right? Hey, love my golden doodles one. I don't think you've been on before. What's your first name? I don't think I know you. Okay, so it's the first step, and I will review these at the end for those of you who are hopping on late, and this will be up in my feed because I like to keep on moving. Step 2, and this is kind of a fun one. This is a shorter one, a little easier. Give her a name. Give Next Level You a name. I'll tell you a little story about that. And I've given my Next Level You several names, and then they keep, they'll keep on changing. So shortly after I filed for divorce, I was going through some stages where I would have these feelings that were the worst feelings. Like, I can imagine they were triggered by something very specific. We don't need to get into that. I know you love your golden doodles too, Jen. But it was a feeling that was, I can only be described as like the lowest possible feeling, a combination of like guilt, regret, sadness, like every bad feeling, not anger, because that has some energy to it. It's just like every bad feeling rolled into one. And this thing had triggered those feelings. And my friend Patty said to me, she saw how low I was. And she said, Elizabeth, you are a badass bitch. And I mean that in the most loving way. And I was like, So I started thinking about that when I'd get into these feelings. And so I eventually gave Next Level Me the name Badass Elizabeth. I'd be like, well, what would Badass Elizabeth do in this state? Sometimes Badass Elizabeth does stuff that little scared Elizabeth doesn't do. And then in 2019, I sort of had different names along the way, but that I've given myself that are just my own little, yes, it is the best compliment, Jen, absolutely. And I think you were on the text. We were on she saw me at breakfast and we were on this group text because I was still so low. And that's when she said it. So starting last year, around this time in 2019, I started calling myself Eliz 2020 is just how I referred to myself. And, I know people, there's a lot of memes about how shitty 2020 is and all these jokes going around. 2020 has been the best year of my life. I am not kidding you. It has been the best year of my life because I said it was going to be and I decided that. And, I'm not making light of the stuff people have been through. But I also know so many of you, including my sister, Jen Lieb, including my Lisa Easton, who's on here, we made a decision. We decided that we were going to make the best of the situation this year, and we're going to step into it and own it. And we have all seen so many blessings that have come out of 2020. So I am Eliz 2020. I have stepped into her. I don't know what my name is going to be going into the new year. Like, we'll figure out. And it's not like I come up with a new one every year, but 2020, I just knew was going to be a big year for me. As Drake said in the DJ Khaled song, 2020, I came to fuck it up. Yeah. And 2021, yes, Jen, 2020 has been transformative for you and for me. Next level, and 2021, like I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. So give her a name. And then you can ask yourself, like, what am I doing to be, badass Trisha or, whatever. Ask yourself that. You can set it as an alarm on your phone. I love phone alarms. Yes, Lisa, you need a name and I want to hear it. I want to know what it is. So give your Next Level You a name. That is step 2. I give stuff funny, cute names all the time. I mean, Smart, Sexy Coffee. Like, that's just what I do. That's how I make life easy and fun. I give stuff names. Actually, this is a story. One time I gave a little project a name. That's a story for another live. We'll just say I had a project called Operation Hottie, and we're going to leave it at that. That's a story for another live. That's a little teaser to keep you coming back every week. Jen knows about Operation Hottie. Yeah, Jen, I can't wait for your name either. So everyone, that's one of your assignments. Give Next Level You a name, and I want to hear about it. Okay, step 3 for Next Level You, make space for her. Make space for her. What do I mean by that? I mean that literally and figuratively. You attract what you're ready for. You need to make room for all this good stuff that's coming. For example, If you want to make room for money, you better clean out your wallet, throw out all those shitty receipts, clean out your purse, make sure your checkbook is balanced, like make some room. Next level you, like wears amazing outfits, clear that old shit out of your closet. I don't care if there's not much left, just have the stuff that you fucking love that speaks to next level you. Clear surfaces in your home because that allows energy to flow, and that is a constant battle. I mean, it is for me. Like I will say, like I'm a naturally messy person, and you can ask my sister what my room looked like when we were kids. Like it was terrible. So you keep surfaces clear. That allows energy to flow. It allows you to think. It allows you to take inspired action. Okay, next level you is driving a new car, because I know what car next level me is driving, but guess what? You better keep the car clean that you have. Show the universe you're ready for that new car, and I'm keeping my car when I get the new car. So, because I need them both. I need them both because my car is so adorable, like I can't get rid of it, but I am making room for my next car. So I've got to show God, angels, universe I'm ready and keep my car clean. I know, Jen, you did do all my laundry too. We're not going to go there right now. That's for one of those like where we tell stories about when we were growing up. That's for another live. Okay, another way to clear space for her, clear your calendar. Make some time for her. Learn to say no. We wear busyness as a badge of honor, but if that busyness isn't getting us into next level you, maybe it's not the right kind of busy. Say no to some shit. And I talked about this in 5 ways to get your shit together before the holidays, so I'm not going to repeat everything. But clear your calendar. Next level, you need some rest. Again, she needs a name. And she needs time and space to take inspired action. Hey, Sherry Ann. Glad you're here. And we're already diving in, but I'm going to put stuff up in the replay, and I'm going to do a quick repeat at the end because this is good stuff. So we are stepping into next level you. So make space for her, literally and figuratively. Clear the stuff out that is not representative of her. If it doesn't represent who you want to be, you don't need to hang on to it. And sure, you can hang on to sentimental things, but don't hang on to shit that makes you sad, okay? Or that drags you down, or makes you feel guilty, or I have to hang on to this because so-and-so gave it to me. No. If it's not representative next level you, no, you don't. Okay, 4th step, and you guys knew that I was going to say this one because it's not alive if I don't talk about this. Affirmations and visualization. This is the stuff that will change your life and will lead to the next step, the inspired action. This is what gets you into the feeling. And the secret is the feeling. Neville Goddard said that back in the 60s when he was talking about imagining the wish fulfilled. And you don't need to know who Neville Goddard is. I study this stuff so that you don't have to. I study this stuff, I absorb it, I listen to it, I read it. I'm a total geek. I want to bring it to you and put it in our language, complete with, a couple, F-bombs, but I wanted to put into the language that we can all speak and understand. So that is what I'm good at. It's one of the things I'm really good at doing is simplifying things and putting it into cute, fun language that you'll remember. So the secret is the feeling. Okay, the feeling is the secret. That is what's going to get you there, and that's what the affirmations and visualization can do. Affirmations are positive statements that are in the present tense. A lot of times they start with I am. And Lisa Easton, who was on here, is an amazing one to follow for specifically money mindset stuff, and she gives you the most amazing affirmations having to do with money mindset. They usually start with I am. My sister Jen, who's on here right now, we went live on Wednesday, it's up in my feed, to share our top 5 affirmations. So I'm not going to list them all, well, maybe I'll list them quickly, but you can go watch that because we tell stories about how they've worked for us. That is a good one. That is one worth watching over and over. But, if you, you're desiring next level you. Oh, you are welcome, Lisa. You know, I only say it if I mean it and I believe it. So you know how I feel. If you are next level you has a new amazing job, say, I love my new job. I am, stepping into the job of my dreams, but say, I love my job, and love the job you have to get the job you desire. One of the affirmations Jen and I shared, I think it was the first one, is thank you, more please. Be grateful for what you have and you will have more. Like I was saying, if next level you has this badass car, take care of the car you have, okay? Take care of what you have. Be grateful for what you have. Thank you, more please. That's how this stuff works. One of my favorite affirmations is I am rich as fuck. I clap a lot with affirmations. I don't know, it somehow cements it, I think. I am rich as fuck, hot as hell, and living a life beyond my wildest dreams, because that covers all the bases. Life beyond your wildest dreams. What I think of that might be different than what you think of it. It's okay. We can all live a life beyond our wildest dreams. I'm going to share April's story just briefly. I think sometime April and I have to hop on and do a live together. April Lambert is an amazing, we connect, new person in my life, new beautiful soul in my life. We connected here through Sports Illustrated Swim Search, where there are some just other amazing, amazing women. And she hopped onto all this. She started doing the affirmations. She's been coming to these lives and she started doing the affirmations. And even better, she got her daughters and her mom doing them. She's had her grandmother watch these lives, which is like the best thing ever. April just received a job offer for the job of her dreams that she applied for 2 years ago. And she said I'm literally getting the chills telling you that. Magic happens when you do this stuff. You're like, how did this happen? I don't know. It happened. Like, stuff lines up. Miracles take place when you start doing this. The affirmations get you in the feeling, and that's the secret. Visualization also. Best 2 times, and Lisa Easton will tell you all about this, about your brain being in the theta state, but visualizing before you go to bed and when you first wake up, visualizing this life of your dreams, visualizing next level you. And this is literally reprogramming your subconscious mind, or as Neville Goddard says, imagining the wish fulfilled. But when I told you, like, first I started daydreaming about my ideal day, like 6 or 7 years ago. And then I started having some very specific visualizations, like they'd be really brief. It was just like this flash, this picture of me, and I pictured the car that I was driving and the bag that I was carrying and the work that I was doing. And I have all of those things. Like, after I started picturing that in my head very vividly, it just popped into my head. I like bags. I like nice bags. So I started picturing this car that I wanted, and it went down to every last detail. So I knew the interior color, the exterior color, the package it was anywhere from this year to this year. I had it all mapped out. And then I was like, well, if I'm driving that car, like, what bag is sitting on the passenger seat? And I visualized a bag. It was not long. Within maybe a month and a half of starting that visualization, the bag, which it's not my bag. I still have it, but that's not my bag anymore. But at the time, it was like a big statement piece for me, literally landed in my lap. Like, boom, here I am. And 2 weeks after that, so did the car. And I'm doing the stuff that I visualized doing. Now I've actually up-leveled the bag since then. But this, and it doesn't just have to be about things. More importantly is how I feel. That I feel the freedom that I desired. That I feel the excitement that I desired. That I feel the passion that I desired. That's more important than the car or the bag. But I like the car and the bag too. Like, you can want nice things. There is nothing wrong with that at all. So again, it's imagining the wish fulfilled. Go to sleep at night thinking about this stuff, picturing. It might just be little snippets. You know, for me, it was getting into this car and what's the car like and what was the bag, because those are things I pay attention to. But just visualize that. Find something you can wrap your head around and just picture that. And don't let go of the how. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Don't say, oh, but I can't. Oh, that's too expensive. Well, how would that happen? Oh, well, that interior color would get dirty, whatever. Like, don't worry about all that stuff. Just visualize it. Just believe that you have it. How would it feel that when you get up in the morning? What does it feel like? Like you already have that. You already are that person. You already are next level. You like feel that as you're stepping out of your bed in the morning. So that was step 4. And I will review these at the end. You better have something to write with, something to take notes with. Okay, the 5th step. This is going to sound simple. Yes, Jen, once you learn how to manifest the physical, the other stuff is easier. Absolutely. And then it just all is like this, like, whoosh. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like the stuff is just swirling around, stuff starts happening and landing in your lap, and you're like, oh my gosh, like this is better. Like, how could this? I didn't even like, there's some stuff, let me tell you this, like I mentioned earlier, there's some things that aren't kind of what I pictured for next level me. Guess what? Because they're better. Because better stuff is happening in my life right now that like, I didn't even know was a thing. I didn't even know some of this stuff could happen. So step number 5, simple, but not easy. Be her now. Yes, Jen, you're right. The physical is as obvious. It's just obvious, right? It is like in your face. Be her now. Stop scrolling. Stop wishing. Be her. This is the inspired action. This is where you take the step. As Chance the Rapper said in Justin Bieber's song Holy, which made me cry the first time I watched the video, if you make it to the water, he will part the clouds. He will part the clouds. You've got to make it to the water. You've got to take the steps. And I love to quote rappers. You should do a lot. You might as well expect more of that from me. Chance the Rapper knew what he was talking about when he said that. So, or years ago, my therapist said to me, be the person you want to be. He was saying to me, I give my therapist a lot of credit for getting the ball rolling on some things. He was like, like, what do you want to do with your life? Because there were, like, all I was doing was taking care of people. He was like, what are you doing for you? And I was like, oh, well, sometimes I meet friends for coffee. Like, I wasn't doing anything for me. So he was like, well, what would you like to do? So I said, well, this is going to sound really dumb, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I really want to start a blog. And he was like, okay, well, what do you need to do? And I was like, well, I have to do this, and I have to do this, and I don't have the money for this. And he was like, okay, well, what could you do in the next 2 weeks? I was like, So I started taking steps, and they started taking more steps. And some of them went a little bit in the wrong direction, but I learned something from them. And, oh my gosh, hi, Shauna. I am so glad you're here. Shauna is new to our community. So everyone say, welcome, Shauna. And Shauna, this is all going to be in the replay because it is really, really good. Like, really good. I love how confident I am, but I am that confident that you guys need this information. So my therapist said, be the person you want to be. And it was like, Shauna, it's okay. And it's going to be in the replay, and you are going to love it. So, and there were a lot of steps I had to take to make all that shit happen. Like, it took me a year, but I did it. So when I'm saying be her now, so it's saying like act as if your next level you travels a lot, well, make sure your suitcases are cleaned up. Like, have a little travel toiletries bag packed, because you got to be ready to go at a moment's notice. I don't care about COVID. I've taken more trips in the past 4 months than I did like in the past year or 2. So if next level you is going to be moving into a new home, like manifesting this new beautiful home, you better get shit out now so it's easy to pack up when it's time to move. If next level you is put together, well, so do you. Again, clean out your closet, get rid of the shit you don't like. Even if you're down to just a few outfits, but they feel like next level you, that's what you need to wear. I don't care. Just my sister and Becky, Becky, I don't know if you're still on, and I were talking today at our roller skating party, which is the best thing ever, about being quarantine cute, which I talked about a lot in the spring. Just because you're working from home, like you need, maybe you're not all done up, but hey, Colin, but you want to be, put together in a way that feels good to you. So, Next Level You is in great shape. Well, what are you going to do to get there? Start working out. Clear shit out of your fridge. Again, make some space, right? Make some space. So, I was talking about earlier, for Next Level You, seeing physically making space for her and for her things and cleaning out your closet. And you might say, well, Next Level You is all these like badass clothes, and that's not in my budget right now. Okay, I get it. But again, get rid of the shit that you don't feel good in. And what if you made one symbolic purchase? So every time that I've done that, and so I do that now, all of my purchases are very intentionally. Okay, Jen is doing squats while she's listening. Of course she is. Becky is getting out of her PJs before noon. Yes, you are, Becky. I love it. But, sometimes it's that symbolic purchase that reminds you of Next Level You. And every time I've done this, I have stepped up my game. And in fact, I just told someone recently this story. So this bag is very symbolic of like, as I was stepping into new me a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago. And like March 2019 is when I bought that. And I had visualized it as part of Next Level Me. And I wasn't, but I was like, well, that's not really, let's just say based on my income, that bag made 0 cents. But I pictured myself, Next Level Elizabeth, with carrying that bag. She had stuff to do with that bag. She knew what she was carrying in it. She knew where she was going with that bag. And let me tell you, this Elizabeth is going to better places. But where I was going then, I was really happy with and I was really excited about. Yay, you're painting your nails, Trisha. I love it. That will make you feel so happy every time you look at them. And plus, Mandy will be proud of you too. And, and Jen's also eating cupcakes. Well, that's Becky and Tara's fault. You're right, and that's okay. And it's your birthday, Jen. It's all good. Carbs don't count on your birthday. So anyway, I pictured Next Level Elizabeth with that bag and made 0 cents with my income. Let me just say, but I decided that's what I was having. That's what I was getting, and I didn't put a time frame on it because I generally don't put time frames on what I manifest. I know what I desire, and I know it's going to happen at the right time for me. It's going to be divine timing. I am telling you, so I didn't say I can't afford it. I said, how can I afford it? When I tell you the money magically landed in my lap, I'm not going to tell you how, because again, the how doesn't matter, and that story doesn't matter right now. That's a story for another live. It's a long story with full of all kinds of crazy symbolism. When I tell you the money magically landed in my lap to buy this bag, the money magically landed in my lap to the exact dollar amount. Exact dollar amount. And let me tell you, I will never forget buying this bag and just the intention behind it. And I still remember that. So, maybe and it doesn't need to be a big purchase. It could be just something. It could be a fresh pair of earrings that is just helping you step into Next Level You. For me, another big one is this infinity symbol that I did have really customized. It's from Tiffany's. It's normally longer. It'd be like this length or even a little bit longer. It's adjustable. I had mine made really short, so it's a choker. I never take it off. This reminds me that life is limitless. Because it is. That's why I'm here talking to you guys. That's why you're here right now. So you might not know all the steps to take to be her now. Just take one. Every time you're just inching forward, it builds and it builds. You're going to know the next step and the next one and the next one. So let's review 5 ways to step into Next Level You. If you didn't write these down, you're going to want to. If you came in the middle, you want to watch this from the start because it's good. First step, figure out who she is. Visualize, journal, figure out who is next level you. Because if you don't know what it feels like to be next level you, how can you even be her? What do you really desire? What feels good to you? Not about what everybody says you should have or what, at this age or at this stage of your life. Forget that shit. Like, what do you want? What makes you feel satisfied? It's the first step. Second step, give her a name. Give her a name. Mine was Badass Elizabeth and Eliz 2020. Sometimes I just talk about the girl on the other side. I'll say to myself, be the girl on the other side. What is she doing? What do I need to do to get through that door to the next level, like through that portal? So give her a name. Step 3, make space for her. Literally and figuratively, clear shit out. She wants a boyfriend? Well, make some room in your closet so that poor guy can hang up his coat, Like, literally make space. Figuratively make space. Clear shit off of your calendar that are just dumb obligations that you don't really want to do. So next level you. Oh my gosh, hey April, I talked about you in this earlier, so you're gonna have to watch from the beginning. I gave you like the biggest shout out. And I even talked about us doing a live together to tell your story sometime. So we have to talk about that. So make space for next level you. Hey, Love Creativity Podcast. So make space for, and only one egg. I don't know you either. So I love having some fun people here, some fun new people. Make space for her, literally and figuratively. Step 4, and this is where I was talking about you, April, affirmations and visualization that get you into the feeling. And as I said, I read the books, I listen to the podcasts, I read the crazy shit, I listen to speeches made by people back in the 1960s. I do crazy stuff so that you don't have to. I put it into our language so we can all understand it, complete with some F-bombs. But anyway, the feeling is the secret. The affirmations and the visualization are what's gonna get you into the feeling, and that is ultimately the secret to get you there. So affirmations, use the ones that work for you. Visualization, literally picture what next level you is doing. What does this look like and what does it feel like? And then step 5 is, oh my gosh, thank you so much, April. You're on the road with bad reception. Okay, just, Just watch, drive carefully, and just, this replay is gonna be up on my feed and you can watch the whole thing. I can't wait to hear what you have to say, and hopefully your grandma watches too. Be her now. So, as Chance the Rapper said, if you can make it to the water, he will part the clouds. Be her now. Take that action step, whatever it is. She looks cute every day. You're going to look cute every day. She works out every day. You're going to work out every day. She has an amazing job. She loves her job. Love the job you have. She has this beautiful house. Love the house you have. She drives an amazing car. Love the car you have. Thank you, more, please. Step into her now. Step into the feeling, and you will step into her. This stuff works. I am doing the exact things I visualized. I feel the way I wanted to feel. Was all of it perfectly linear? Did it just go up like this? No way. It was whoop. There's gonna be some, sometimes when you're taking the action steps, stuff is gonna come up in your way. What would next level you do? And again, if you gave her a name, it's a lot easier to ask. Stuff is gonna come up. Like, life happens, shit happens, complications happen. Those are your opportunities to show God, angels, universe that you mean business, that you are next level you, that this stuff is not gonna get in your way. You are still operating on a higher vibe. So you're gonna respond and not react. That's probably a whole other live. Respond, don't react. There's so much to talk about, guys. So anyway, I don't like to keep these too long because I want you to be able to go up back and watch the replay. I don't know if you can tell how fired up I am. I get so fired up and so excited for these Sunday Night Lives. Like, I literally cannot wait. So if you love this one, and you came on halfway, listen. Okay, yay! Yay, it reconnected. I hope I didn't lose you guys for too long. That freaked me out. I didn't want to lose this because this is good. Anyway, I am fired up, as I'm sure you can tell. If this is speaking to you, if you want more of this, okay, first of all, make sure you are following me because I deliver. Watch the old ones. There is so much good stuff here, so much good material that I'm delivering for free to you every single week because I love to do this. We are creating a ripple effect. We are making the world a better place. When you are stepping in the next level, you are elevating everybody around you. You are inspiring them to get bigger. So 2 other ways, if you want to work with me, if you want more of this, if you want more of my energy, if you want specific help, 2 ways you can do this. One of them is book, I'm not taking long-term coaching clients, but you can book a one-on-one 90-minute intensive with me. This is a no-brainer price of $111. This is gonna go up in January. You have my undivided attention and energy. We're gonna look at your goals and come up with an individualized strategy. This can be health, mindset. It's typically a combination of both is the way it works out. If you're interested in doing this, just shoot me a DM. I get a lot of crazy DMs. So just shoot me a DM 111 and I'll send you the link and then we'll get it set up. So as soon as I receive payment, we schedule it. I do them Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have a lot of fun. They are fun. They are high energy. And you will walk away like, wow. You will know what to do. You will have action steps to take. You will be so clear on what your next step is. So that is one way to work with me is a 90-minute intensive, $111. DM me 111 and I'll send you a link. There's also a link in my bio. I mean, you can just figure that out also. Second way, this really ties in with what I've been talking about here tonight. I have a digital course that really kind of walks you through a lot of these steps that helped me become the girl on the other side. And that is, I have a super fun digital course. It's called Tell Your Inner Good Girl to Shut the Fuck Up. So it's about quieting that people-pleasing voice that is inside of you, that is keeping you small, that is keeping you from setting boundaries, that is keeping you from saying no to the bullshit so you can say yes to the things that matter. And I just came up, that was pretty good. I just came up with that. I'm going to remember that one. So this is a no-brainer price. It's $29 and you will get, it's a total of 8 videos. It's like 6 modules. They're short. The videos are like 10 to 15 minutes. They're very digestible. You watch the video and then you do the homework. I give you homework in this. So the workbook is printable because I like to write things pen and paper, but you can also do it online if you prefer. You can do whatever you want. You do you. I do this myself. Like I've taken myself through this course several times because it's that good. So there's a link to this in my bio. I'll put a link in the description of this video. This is awesome. I am really proud of this, like that I took what I did and was able to get it into something that you can walk away with those steps and kind of make it all really compress time and do this all a lot faster because you don't have to figure it out for yourself. So again, 2 ways to work with me. 90-minute one-on-one intensive, that's $111. DM me 111 or click the link in my bio. Or Inner Good Girl, actually tell your Inner Good Girl to shut the fuck up. If you hopped on late, I know some of you guys are just hopping on now. We were talking about 5 ways to step into next level you. This is a good one. The replay will be in my feed and you need to watch it and take notes. Does anybody have any questions, comments? Oh my gosh, hey Priscilla, I am just about to sign off. This one was really high energy, really, really good. The replay will be in my feed. Does anybody have any questions, comments, anything at all? If no, I am going to sign off because tomorrow, I'm gonna go live at 9 o'clock totally unrelated to this, just with a special that's okay, Priscilla, no problem. Oh, April, what am I drinking? A very dry rosé along with mineral water. I like to be double-fisted on these because I have my light on, my ring light on, and I get like really hot. Plus, we were roller skating today for my sister's birthday, which was crazy fun. Becky's on too, who was there with us. Becky brought these really good cupcakes. And so I know that all that roller skating had to dehydrate me also. So, Boss Lady Lee, I love it, Lisa. I love it. So if you were on from the beginning and you've already thought of the name that you've given to Next Level You, I want to hear it. And if not, I'm going to be talking about it in my stories and probably doing a post about it. And I want to hear everybody's Next Level You name. So I told you some of mine. I was Badass Elizabeth. I was, oh my gosh, hi Tara. Yay, I didn't realize you were on also. That's amazing. Trish, you love mineral water. I know, I drink this. Anything bubbly, mineral water, seltzer, like bring it all on. So yeah, so my Next Level You names have been Badass Elizabeth, Eliz 2020. Some just say girl on the other side, but I want to hear everybody else's. So Dr. Trish, I like that, Trish. Oh my gosh, Tara, I'm so happy you're here the whole time. Tara was roller skating with us too. We had the best time. Like I'm gonna have a roller skating birthday party now. I've already decided at the same place because like why not go so retro and 80s? It's amazing. So I am going to sign off. Thank you guys so much for being here. These are just such amazing energy. This is the best. These are amazing because you're here. Like this is just such an amazing community and we are all lifting each other up and it's just exciting to see the stuff that is happening. So I love when you comment on my post and you tell me about the stuff that's happening or you DM me and I can share it with everybody else because that's how this is creating this ripple effect. And it's like we are spreading this out to more and more people and this is exciting. So thank you so much. Happy Sunday. And I'll be live tomorrow morning to the Black Friday announcement. Definitely live again next Sunday. And I might pop on with Jen sometime between now and then. Like we haven't planned this, but we just kind of decide last minute. So, you always get inspired to do your nails. Well, hey, that is awesome, Trisha, because I know when my nails look good, like I am a very happy girl. I actually had one of them fixed on my way home from the roller skating party because it broke. So love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. And this will be saved in my feed if you came on late. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.